Hello there everybody and welcome along to episode number 62 of our F1 2019 career mode here with Team Renault F1 for the running of the American Grand Prix, the circuit of the Americas. And let's get straight down to business, shall we? Oh boy. That's not good. That is not good at all. Okay. Oh dear. Well, let's check, shall we? Third best engine behind the Haas and the Williams. Second best aero behind the McLaren, and third best chassis, behind McLaren and the Haas. Yeah, we ain't winning this race. We ain't winning this race. Let's have a look at the development, shall we? Looks like no one brought anything. Well, maybe a couple. I think Alpha actually brought something. As did Racing Point, because Red Bull are now the worst team on the grid. That's why is Verstappen still there? He could go find himself another seat if he wanted to. But you know, that's Verstappen's choice. If he wants to stay there, let him stay there. Why not? I'm not going to stop him. We've got a new gearbox in order. We'll get a new practice gearbox, not that we need it, but we'll get it away. Let's have a look at the championship, shall we? We won the championship way back in Singapore. Catch up at the back. Then it's Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Romain Grosjean, Alex Albon, Sebastian Vettel, Justin Weber, and Kevin Magnussen, your top 10. And in the constructors, we won that at Japan, followed by Haas, McLaren, Williams, Mercedes, Ferrari, Racing Point, Red Bull, Toro Rosso, and Alfa Romeo. And still yet to score, Stroll, Kvyat, the man Antonio Giovinazzi, and the Iceman Kimi Raikkonen, who might still be recovering from being abducted by aliens at Singapore. But that being said, we'll go get practiced, and then we're going to get qualified around Circuit of the Americas. And then we'll see you guys on the other side of this for a very soggy and wet American Grand Prix.
In 2012, America's on-again, off-again love affair with Formula One finally seemed to settle down with the completion of this wonderful racing facility here in Texas. Since then, we've been treated to some incredible races, including, of course, that classic wet-dry championship decider of 2015. We have 10 turns to the left and 10 to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turns 1 and 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6 mile track. But we may well see cars struggle to slow down there today as the wet weather does interfere with the low speed grip. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Paul. They've had a fantastic campaign. It's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
It really is well deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Paul lines up on pole position, and talented Spaniard Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Weber, Romain Grosjean, and Bottas, Leclerc, Albon, Ricciardo, and Max Verstappen, Magnussen, Perez, Nico Hülkenberg, and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Sebastian Vettel. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Kimi Raikkonen, Butler, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, you can brake late into one because of the incline. It's a slow corner though, so make sure you stay out of trouble. Good luck.
Well, here we are at a rather soggy COTA circuit. And in the dry, we were flying. P1. But in the wet could be a very, very different story. Oh, dear me. Well, we're P1. We may as well enjoy it all we can. We don't need to stop during this race. They do say the rain's going to get easier towards the end of the race, so maybe we get dry tyres on. We don't know, but it could be a possibility. Here's hoping. But that being said, I think it's time, folks. Let's get this American Grand Prix off and underway, shall we? Well, we may be pole position, but we may not be pole position for much longer as 5 red lights come at a very soggy circuit in the Americas, and they're out and away we go, and it's a lot of wheel spin for absolutely everybody. We've slipped down to second, third, fourth, easily up the inside. Oh, there may have been a bit of contact there. We'll have to check the replay. I don't think there was that much contact. I think we may have just got away with it as we go through the S's. Look how soaking the circuit is. My God, that's terrible. It's absolutely unbelievable how wet this track is today. But we're just going to have to tippy-toe it around the circuit and hope that, well, just hope that, you know, we get somewhere as we head down the main straight for the first time. It's Lewis Hamilton in second place. Look at the rain being kicked up as they head down the main straight here. Hopefully there's not too much damage to Carlos Sainz's car. Looks like he did get away with it a little deep into turn 11. I think that's turn 11, or is it turn 12? It's one of the two. Don't know which one. One of the two as we go into turn... Yeah, this is turn 16 here. And out of turn 16, Lewis Hamilton all over our rear end. Carlos Sainz, it looks like he is slow and he's got some kind of damage. I don't know what kind of damage it is, but it's full wet tyres for everybody to go to turn 19 and then into turn number 20 here at the Circuit of the Americas. Oh, this is going to be a long race as we come out of the last corner. Lewis Hamilton all over our rear end as we go very defensive down to turn 1. He's going to the outside. As history says, that don't work with me because I'll make sure you get booted out of the way. And thankfully it doesn't work, and we stay P1 for the moment. But if that McLaren is any good, then we're in a hell of a lot of trouble. As who are we concentrating on here? We're concentrating on one of the cars. It's Danny Ricciardo retiring. Oh no! Oh no! That was Verstappen. Something's flown off. Someone, there may have been a Force India part flying off there as well. Oh, that's the end of Ricciardo's race after one lap, folks. That Ferrari is so unreliable. Why is it being unreliable like this for him? I haven't got a clue. But meanwhile, down the main straight we go. Look at Hamilton's absolutely done us for pace there. He's got much better traction at turn 10. I can tell you that for a fact. But what we've got is we've got better brakes. We can just ease it in, slow it down, and get the car turned in, and we retake P1 off the 6-time champion of the world. As who is this? This is Hollywood Lance Stroll. He's in P13 at the moment, and behind him is Sebastian Vettel. Actually, a no contest. As no contests go, that should be referee stoppage, technical knockout, ding ding. Stroll's going to go wide, but Vettel's got him covered in P13 for the 4-time world champion. But this is live now as we go to Sebastian Vettel, still with Verstappen up there. Oh, Verstappen on it! Oh, Verstappen's caught in mayhem. Oh my God! It is Verstappen that got his wing cut off, and that's gonna cost him dear. Oh God, we got crossed up going into turn 1. Lewis Hamilton on our outside. That move didn't come off there. But look, you can see there's several packs forming here. There's the main pack with Carlos Sainz at the head, and then there's the pack with one of the Force Indias at the front. So we set a fastest first sector of anybody. Look how treacherous it is! On cue. Right on cue there, folks. And I mean that was on cue. Don't tell anyone that happened. Seriously, don't tell anyone. we'll keep it as our little secret as we come down this long straight. But that McLaren just has so much better traction down this, out of that corner. We're going to be side by side with Hamilton down to turn, I think it's turn 12. Yeah, I think it is turn 12. And we're going to be easy on the brakes again. And, a little bit wide, but we've cut him off. And that will be job done and job dusted. As we go to Verstappen, you can see that I think it's Hulkenberg and Vettel. Yeah, it's Hulkenberg and Vettel. They've gone. So Verstappen does have issues as Hollywood Land Stroll goes to the outside for the big braking zone. Will he get the job done? Unlike what he did on Vettel, well, Verstappen's going to make him work for it. That's what I like to see. I like to see a car work for it. But I think Stroll's got the job done. Indeed he does. Yes, he does. And move Hollywood Land Stroll into P13. As look, this fight could go on for the whole race, folks. We could be constantly having to look over our shoulder and seeing that papaya orange McLaren in our rear view mirror. But all that'll happen is we can just a little late, just a tiny bit late on the brakes, not too late. Now, what's Verstappen doing here? He had this problem on the last lap. He's got the problem again. Oh no! Oh no! Whoa, somebody's off! Oh, one of the Ferraris is off. That must be Butler. Verstappen, he's just put somebody in the pit lane. What looks like Giovinazzi. Dear me, Verstappen.exe cannot corner. Let's have another look at this. So it's Devon Butler. Verstappen comes on and Butler's going for a wild ride on the grass. Luckily he got it slowed down. Don't ask me how. Here's Giovinazzi's point of view. So he just can't see. Oh, that is a big shot. How Verstappen has not got a puncture from that, I will never ever know. But into the pits he goes. That'll be a new nose for the 99 Alfa Romeo. As, wow, that was just insane. As Weber, this is Lucas Justin Weber. He's got Grosjean all over his rear. Now, come on, Grosjean. This should be Grosjean's time to shine. He's a bit of a wet weather master here. Side by side with, excuse me, with Weber. Weber's still there. He's got to go around the outside. Is Grosjean. He should get the job done and move into P4. And he does. That's a brilliant move. Well done for the Frenchman. Now, who are we looking at here? We are looking at... That is Danny Kvyat. I think we're looking at the rear wing of Danny Kvyat here. No DRS because of the wet conditions out there, but he's having a look at Stroll. Right at the outside of Stroll. Great camera work by our American colleagues there. It is Kvyat on the right, and Stroll still ahead of Danny Kvyat. Now, the man Gasly. He is in P17 at the moment, giving chase to the Iceman, Kimi Raikkonen. It can only be Raikkonen because Giovinazzi's had a new nose. And down the inside will go the man Gasly. Will he try and take Raikkonen and put him in his place? No, Raikkonen stick. No, Raikkonen lets him go. P16 for the Frenchman. Meanwhile, we're on lap 5. Oh, we got a little deep into that turn. Oh, a little wide as well out of the corner. That's not what you needed to see. That is for sure. But we're just gonna keep plummeting on here because the more we can plummet on, the more we get. As we're still side by side with. In fact, Hamilton's overtaken us there. We'll just outbrake him again into turn 12. A little too deep on the brakes. Oh, but I think there may have been contact there as well. But no, his wing is fine. Oh yeah, Hamilton's wing is fine. He must have one of those indestructible wings or something. As we go down the main straight here, that's Lucas Justin Weber being passed by Valtteri Bottas for P5. Bottas should get the move done. Look at Grosjean right on the back of Carlos Sainz. Indeed he does. There you go. That's how you do that into that corner perfectly. Speaking of perfectly, now that Hulkenberg and Vettel have cleared everyone behind them, they're almost cruising up to the back of that train. So keep an eye on them later in this race as Vettel goes to the inside of Nico Hulkenberg. It's German on German violence. Hulkenberg's going to take a wider line in, but that's not going to work. And Vettel is up into P11. As the top, there we go. Look at this. Verstappen is now holding this train up. Because I guarantee you, if Verstappen wasn't in this train, I saw Butler trying to make a move there on Raikkonen. But we'll concentrate on Gasly, who went inside, then outside. And I think Verstappen's going to let him go here. He should let him go. Because Gasly's got the better car at the moment. So there you go, he does let him go. You can see the damage to the front left wing element cascade on Verstappen's car there. That is not good, as they would say. But here's that move by big-time Devon Butler, and he does pass Raikkonen on the main straight, move him up into P17. But this is happened a little further up. Guess who can't corner again, folks? That's right, Verstappen cannot corner. The wing damage. Oh no! I think he's took another one out. Verstappen is killing Alphas today. What is going on? What is his malfunction? Not even I know what his major malfunction is. As we come out of the S's, we set a purple mid-first sector again. We seem to have pulled away a little bit from Hamilton as well, so I wonder if the track is starting to dry up. Because the one thing we did find is that the AI really hate these... well, they actually love these wet conditions, but I'm not a fan of the wet conditions, shall we say. Enough said. As we go down the main straight, Hamilton is nowhere close to us. I think we've actually found a little bit of traction somewhere. I don't know where, but we found it. As we go to Carlos Sainz now, this should be the move that puts my man Grosjean on the podium. Well, I'm hoping it's the move that puts him on the podium, but it may not be the move that puts him on the podium. But to the inside of the Spaniard goes the Frenchman. I think I do see damage on Sainz's wing there. Look, yes, look at the left front. It's left front damage again. Because look, there's Leclerc. We haven't seen Leclerc all race. Where's he been hanging out? He's been hanging out at the back of the field here. This is going to be for P6 here. The Monegasque driver catches Lucas Justin Weber. And to the outside of Weber he goes. See, you can see just saw the damage on Sainz's wing there. You can see Leclerc's is perfectly formed. And Leclerc will get that job. Well, I would say he got the job done. He's got the job done now, surely. P6 for the Monegasque driver? Yes, indeed. Move him up into P6. Said that man now. Big time, Devon Butler. He's going to have a go at the man Gasly here. Lovely camera shot again on the rear wing element. You can see the DRS flap there as well. Look at the speed differential as well to the inside of the Frenchman and the British F2 champion of the first season. He's not got past Gasly. And ooh, there may be a bit of contact there. What is it with the AI today? The AI are creating mayhem. It is mayhem today, folks. Absolute, total and utter. That's the one thing that is going to happen. Yeah, look at this. We have pulled away from Hamilton here. What has gone on? I wonder if the track's drying up. Are we getting to that stage where if the track dries up, it's soon time for the intermediates or possibly the dries? Or if it is, I'm going on the super soft straight away. Well, the softs as it's now called, not the super soft. Lovely shot looking back through the rear ring of Hollywood Lance Stroll to his teammate Danny Kvyat. This is the excuse me, battle for P13, and I think Kvyat is up the inside, so that's a swap of position as we go to big time Devon Butler. He's hunting down Gasly again. Didn't get past him the first time. He'll try and get past him the second time. To the outside this time, so he may have learned something from going inside on Gasly. Don't know if that's quite going to work out for you there, buddy, but good luck to you if it does. Ooh, it's so close. So close they got there to contact again. And I think that's job done. No, Gasly's going to stick it out there. Still side by side. I got to sort this out for turn 17. Too wide will not work in these conditions there. And they do sort that. And Butler is good and gone. See you later. That is that move done and dusted as we go a little further in time to lap number 9. And it's going to be Yes, this is lap the race. Sorry. Do apologise. And Stroll and Kvyat still fighting over P13. That's going to be a fight that goes on for ages, I do think. We've set another fastest first sector. I think this track's dried up because look at how Hamilton has dropped off. Or is it just a case that Hamilton's tyres have gone? Is it going to be the case that this Renault, which is... We know this Renault has a history of looking after its tyres, and I think it may have come along again, because this Renault is literally on fire, folks. As we go back to Hollywoodland, Stroll and Danny Kvyat. It's Kvyat in front of Stroll this time, so they keep swapping and changing, moving and shaking. They keep doing this, that, the other, and Stroll is just going to stroll up the inside of Kvyat. Will he get the job done? He should do. Bit of curb there. But I think the Canadian has got the Russian. Not quite. Oh, mate, they've got so close again. How close do you want to get before contact is made? Butler and Gasly are coming while they're fighting. Through turn 16, the pair of them go. And I think that's... Oh, I don't know. I want to say that's Kvyat in front of Stroll.
Before we see a transition over to light rain.
But then... I'm not quite sure. We just had a radio message. It's still heavy rain out there, but I do wonder if Hamilton has bust his tyres already. As excuse me, green middle first sector. You have to excuse me. I've got a bit of acid reflux there. That's never going to end well. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down, as one would say. But out of turn 11 we go, and now it's... I think, you know what I really think? I think it's got something to do... I think Hamilton's tyres have gone. Look at the gap we're pulling out now. Hamilton's in what's essentially known as no man's land. We're just flinging it through the corners, flinging it in, flinging it out. And it's all good in the hood, as they would say. As we go to Carlos Sainz. He's in the battle for P4 at the moment. Valtteri Bottas is going to fly up his inside here. Does Sainz still have that damage to his rear wing? Your front wing? Yes, he does. You see it right there, folks. And oh, Leclerc was poking his nose in. We nearly had another incident there. As we come through turn 19, we set a fastest middle sector. Hamilton can't live with this pace. Have we finally found that the AI have a perpetuancy in the wet? As we... Wow! 50.4. Deal with that, Hamilton. Hamilton's 5 seconds back. We must have been, what, a second and a half faster than Hamilton. I only think he's got to have shot his tyres, folks. He's got to have shot his tyres. That's the only thing I can think of here. There is no way, because the AI are mega in the wet. I'm not. Speaking of not, oh look at Giovinazzi. Where's Jovo come from? He's absolutely come out of nowhere here. He must have put some absolute blistering laps together, and he's about to pass Raikkonen here. And that is for P18. Oh, a bit deep he went in there, but he's got him. Giovinazzi up to P18. Fair play to the Italian there. He's on a bit of a comeback drive. As we go to Alexander Albon. That's who you're looking through the at the rear wing. You're on board with Lucas Justin Weber. Albon to the inside. He's going to go for it, folks. Albon. Oh, Weber. Oh, Albon. I tell you what, he's going to take Leclerc. Go on, that man. Oh, he got the tail loose as well going into turn 13. I tell you what, Alex Albon, he's in the Red Bull confirmed for 2020. What a driver he's going to be. I'll predict now, he's going to win a race next year. You heard that here first. Wouldn't it be amazing if he won the Vietnam Grand Prix, or if he won Singapore, somewhere like that near his home country, and he's finally got Weber. Wow, he's in P7 as we go on board. This is Stroll. You've got Kvyat. Butler's behind them as well. This is Gasly's in close attendance as well, as they're going to go 3 wide, I think. No, they're not. They're nowhere close. Butler's going to go from very deep. Devon Butler! Excuse you! What's he up to? What did he have in his coffee this morning? He had something, and I want it. Is he going to get P13? He took 14. Will he get P13? I think he's gonna. That is an incredible move he makes. He pulls it off. What a move! What a move! Give that man props. As we're on lap number 11 now. This is the fight for P10 between Vettel and Magnussen. And Vettel has been coming. He has been getting close on the points. He's got Magnussen. Fair play to the German. Oh, that is a fair play indeed as we go to the fight for P15. This is... Oh, excuse me. As we try and squeeze through it. That's Gasly up the inside of Danny Kvyat. And he's got P15 almost. We should do. Yes, he does. Great move there. From the... Oh, no! Oh, not again! Giovinazzi has just been assaulted by Verstappen. Again. What is going on? That's just uncalled for. Absolutely uncalled for. Unbelievable. What is Verstappen thinking of as we go to Vettel. Vettel on the charge here. He's going to go after Perez here for P9. And that is not quite going to be job done. I think that Perez has got the traction and he's got the move done. As we come out of the last corner to start lap number 12. And you may be asking yourself, you know, what happened between this lap and the last lap? Well, let me tell you, absolutely nothing. Literally, absolutely nothing happened. It's literally a case of we went around and nothing happened, folks. So I don't know what you guys wanted me to do there, but nothing happened as we come out of the stadium section through turn 16. We may see a move in a second. We may not. Here we go. This is Perez here fighting with. Who's Perez fighting with? He's fighting with. It's Vettel again, isn't it, for P9? Vettel to the inside this time. It didn't work last time, but Vettel has got him, I think. Should get the traction. And he does. P9 for the 4-time German champion of the world. But for us, different story. Victory in Kota! Get it!
Fantastic. It's a brilliant result. Well done.
P1, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Renault have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Renault team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their drivers walk out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this team.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Sebastian Vettel would definitely be my first choice. He showed up a lot of the drivers out on the track today and didn't show any signs of slowing down.
So then, Renault have done it. This result puts their victory beyond any doubt, and they're champions of the world once again. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
He keeps saying that we're Constructors Champions, but we've been saying that for a few races now. Ignore that. But what you shouldn't ignore is that we have absolutely annihilated the field And I mean, we have annihilated the field, folks. What more do you want me to say? I mean, look at this. P1, we were a second faster towards the end of that race than Hamilton. It must have been just going over into the transitional dry period. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Cannot say enough for that. Lewis Hamilton does finish second. Grosjean with a third place finish. That is much better from Roman. Then comes Bottas. P4. Then Leclerc. Alex Albon. Lucas Weber. Sebastian Vettel, worthy of driver of the day from P17 on the grid. Well done to him. Perez and Magnussen round out your top 10. Sainz didn't even finish in the points. And nor did Ricciardo. He didn't even actually finish the race. And I'm surprised Giovinazzi finished as well. But, oh well. Let's go see you know who. Caught you watching porn again, Claire. That's why you're smiling, aren't it? No. Of course it wasn't. It should have been the cleanest race. It was raining. I don't give a shit about Devon frickin' Butler. No one cares about Devon frickin' Butler, but I gotta be a sportsman and increase my own team. I think we got to say we've got such a great team that it helps me out around here. And you know what? It was a very close battle with Lewis Hamilton. We'll give him the respect he deserves. Yeah, get back to your porn. Yeah, that's why she carries the iPad around. She watches porn. While all the drivers are not looking, she watches porn. Jills herself off in the fucking paddock area. I'm kidding. Where am I? Do we get Max? We don't get Max Sportsmanship. Because that's a shame. But that's another one done and dusted, folks. Done and dusted. We're done and dusted. So it's off to Brazil next. Good old Brazil. I must admit, I do. We need to win at Brazil because that's the only circuit I don't think we've won at yet. But in recognition of an absolutely masterful drive in the wet as it was today, let's get 15 likes, folks. We can do it all together. And you can subscribe. You can subscribe for more daily, whether you like it or not. F1 2019, NASCAR Force, Nuka 19, F1 Monster AG Supercross career modes, as well as other live streams available throughout the week. When you hit that notification bell, you get notified when a new episode goes live on this channel, and when a new when a new career mode video goes up at midnight. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy that race as much as I did. And we will see you on the start line for the next F1 career video. We'll see you all next time.